Hello, this is Dr. K. Today I'll be conducting Miss Nurse Aura's interview. Alongside me, we have Mr. Pootie Tang and Miss Evelyn Maya. Miss Nurse Aura, for the first part of the interview, can you go ahead and throw up your 20 macros from start to bottom? Alrighty, thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and read to you 3 sets of rules, starting with the HP rules. Do not resuscitate patients on any street surrounding the hospital, PvP, Blue Territory events, or army base. Do not serve patients who have their weapons drawn. Do not stand and sell on the main lobby floor. Do not go AFK while on duty. It can result in a 3-day ban, demotion, and all funds returned. Only 2 staff members may be at each desk in rank order from brown, maroon, blue to white, and then green. Up to 3 may line up down the hallway, also in rank order. If your medication wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or med deliveries. If the wait is under 5 minutes, wait inside the cafeteria. Do not use the front door. Only rank 6 or higher may enter through the front door, and only rank 7 and higher may use the front parking lot. Do not spawn the bus. Never spawn the bus. You must have DCP, Deputy Chief Physician, or CP, Chief Physician's permission. Radio checks are mandatory. Keep an eye on your chat just in case we have to do a radio check. If we do, you're going to throw up that 10-4 macro for me. You cannot attend the PvP territories without a rank 7 or higher. Do you have any questions for the HP rules?
No, where can I see these? Where can I see these for myself?
There's gonna be a little on the top right of your screen. You can see a little book icon. You can see the rules in there, or you can look in the Discord as well. When you join the faction server, you'll be able to read all the rules in there as well.
Okay.
Alrighty, Miss Ava, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start with the RP rules.
Alright, RP 13.
RP 13. NRP faction actions. Violating RP conduct with a faction, including the unwarranted release of players from jail. Punishment will be dismissal from faction and/or from 30 minutes in jail up to a 3-day account ban. RP 14 sexual harassment. Any form of sexual action, including simulation or explicit dialogue or actions, the use of ethnic or LGBTQIA+ slurs, stalking other players, or excessive verbal detail in description with sexual undertones. All sexual actions between players must be performed with the prior consent of all participating individuals. Such actions must not take place in public areas or areas frequently visited by other players, including but not limited to jail, hospital, job zones, parking lots, etc.
Punishment will be 60 minutes mute of voice and text chat or an account ban ranging from 24 hours to 30 days. Provocation of
RP 15. Provocation of faction members. Intentionally provoking members of any faction for entertainment or with the intent to disrupt the faction's operation. Punishment would be 30 minutes in jail. RP 16. Criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts committed against emergency medical personnel, punishment will be from 90 minutes in jail to a 12-hour account ban. Any questions?
No.
Mr. Pootie, you can go ahead and begin with your MD rules.
All right. All right. MD1, refusal to provide medical assistance. Refusal to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR or giving meds without a justified RP reason, as long as there is no threat to the medic's life, including situations when armed players are present at the scene. Punishment, 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD2. Provide medical aid during dangerous situations. Selling medications or resuscitating players in situations that threaten the life and health of both the medic and player, including but not limited to during an escalated conflict and active shootout. Turf war, etc. Punishment, 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD3. Compliance with project rules. Medical personnel are required to comply with all established project rules. Punishment from 1 warning to 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD4. Improper RP behavior. Failure to adhere to RP rules when interacting with players while providing medical assistance or communicating with faction colleagues. Punishment, 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD 4.1, disrespectful behavior towards any player. Punishment, 1 reprimand or dismissal at the discretion of the faction leadership. MD 4.2, non-compliance with orders. Failure to comply with leadership orders to observe the chain of command within the faction. Punishment, 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD 4.3, assault on civilians. Assault on civilians with a taser, weapon, or fist without an RP reason. Punishment, 1, dismissal from the faction without any questions asked. MD5, use of weapons. Medical personnel are strictly forbidden from using any weapons. Punishment, dismissal from the faction without any questions asked. MD6, criminal activity. Intentionally associating with gangs, committing major crime, including but not limited to vandalism, murder, or joining factions doing activities where medics' participation is not intended. Punishment, dismissal from the faction. MD7, use of service vehicles for personal purposes. Using official medical transport for personal travel when not on duty, including for civilian jobs. Punishment, 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD7.1, use of personal vehicles. Using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles to perform faction duties. Punishment, 1 warning from the faction leadership. And MD8, unauthorized issuance of recovery notes. Issuing medical certificates outside of a hospital. Issuing medical certificates for monetary compensation. Punishment, 1 warning from the faction
Do
leadership.
you have any questions for the MD rules, Ms. Aura?
No.
Alrighty. Well, now we're going to go ahead and ask you a total of 10 questions between me, Mr. Pudi, and Ms. Evelyn. First question for me would be, what made you want to join the medical faction?
I just like to help people.
Okay, so you want to help people and help the community, basically?
Yes.
Okay, second question for me would be, what day of the week are we allowed to spawn the bus?
That I'm unsure of.
That's okay. So I want you to remember that we are never allowed to spawn the bus. Only a rank 8, our deputy chief physician, and our rank 9, our chief herself, are able to spawn the bus. Otherwise, we're not allowed to. If you do, that's a straight dismissal from the faction. Number 3 for me would be, are you allowed to associate with gang members?
No.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
No.
If you are seen hanging out with gang members, that's a straight dismissal from the faction as well. If you want to leave the hospital, what exit would you take?
The elevator.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. Only rank 6 or higher may go out through the front door. If you're ever in a situation where you see Mr. Pooty and Miss Evelyn arguing back and forth and they try to get you involved in the situation, what would you do in that instance?
Walk off.
Walk off. That's good. Also want you to remember that it's also important to record and report, just to make sure that you overcover yourself in case they try to throw you under the bus or they try to say that you did something that you didn't do. So make sure you always have your body cam on at all times.
Okay.
What areas are you not allowed to perform CPR in?
Green zones?
That's correct, ma'am. So we're not allowed to perform CPR in any green zones, on any territories, or in the Army base. Mr. Pooty, can I have your 2 questions, please?
Sure. My first question will be. Let's see. Are sexual actions allowed in RP
No.
without consent? Correct.
No.
It is not allowed. Correct. You must require. It is not allowed. You must require OOC consent. All right. My second question will be. What qualifies as a disrupting faction operation?
I can't think of that right now. I'm sorry.
That will be intentionally provoking members. That will be intentionally provoking members, interfering with duties, or causing any sort of chaos, right? For entertainment purposes. Right?
Miss Evelyn, can I have your 2 questions, please?
Sure. My first question is, where should you go if you need to go AFK?
Cafeteria?
Yep, you're correct. And the second question is, if you run out of med kits and pills and you have 9 minutes left to your next restock, what do you do?
Deliveries or emergency calls? Do med deliveries or emergency calls.
Perfect.
Alrighty, and I have one last question. Why do you think teamwork is important when it comes into the medical faction?
Because we all need each other. One person can't do anything. One person can't do anything. This is an organization. This is an organization. We're a team.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. I mean, there's really not a right or wrong answer for that, but yes, ma'am, I like that answer. Pooty, Evelyn, do you guys have any other questions for her?
No other questions on my. No other questions.
Yep, I'm good too.
All right, and that will conclude Ms. Aura's interview.